Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure. It's my honor as usual to be greeting you and always bring this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I choose to speak to you concerning politics, religion, and George Floyd death. Okay, so it's about politics, religion, and George Floyd death. And for those of you who've been listening to me for a long time now, you'd always hear me stress about how education, religion, and politics been used to keep the masses in limitation and in mediocrity, and most of all, keeping them from discovering their true identity. Now, concerning what is happening right now, anyone who's been following what has been taking place will realize how everyone is making use of the opportunity because they realize that they can get a piece of the pie, especially the politicians and the preachers. For example, T.D. Jakes is rallying people to vote so there would be change. He's not encouraging them to look within to change themselves. He's not telling them that they can create their reality consciously if they learn to look inwardly. He's not telling them that it is their thoughts that is creating their reality. He's rallying people to go to the polls. Also, all of the mayors of the different states, they're using the opportunity concerning the death of George Floyd to reach out to the people to convince them to go to the polls. And when they go to the polls, they will get changes. But the only change is when you learn to reprogram your subconscious mind. The only change is when you learn to believe in yourself, is when you learn to love yourself, when you learn to embrace yourself. It is when you come to understand that all the people who are out there protesting concerning the death of George Floyd, many of them do not understand the power of their thoughts and their emotion. For example, if you look at all the people who are out there protesting and who are burning and who are looting, how many of them are multi-millionaires or billionaires? The multi-millionaires and billionaires, they're home with their foot locked, sipping wine, enjoying themselves. So too are the preachers who run these mega churches. But yet, they're staying behind the scene and rallying the people because they realize as long as these people behave the way that they are behaving and they do not hold themselves responsible for their thoughts and their emotion, that they will continue to rule over them. So the preachers will continue to have them bringing the tithes and the offering, and the politicians will continue to have them going to the poll looking for change, while the preachers also be rallying them also to get involved and telling them that it is their constitutional right to vote. So it's all a game, it's a mind game. And as I said before, everyone wants a piece of the pie from the ignorance of those who do not know who they are and those who do not know the power of their mind. Those who do not know that every action is stemmed from a thought. So my brother, my sisters, if you've been listening to me for a very long time, you should take note of what I'm telling you here and see for yourself. Remember how I was telling you from before that they're using the school system when you were very, very young to program us and give us what? An employee mentality. Having us leaving school, fighting first of all to get good grades in school and then going out looking for a job. And while we are in school, they're making sure to program us to have a certain belief system. And that is why even the President of the United States using the opportunity by going in front of a born church and holding up the Bible to get them to believe that he's a man of peace, he's a man of love, a man who loves them, and a man who loves God. So even those who are not out there rallying and protesting, but they're home sitting back and saying, these are the last days, and they're home still calling on Jesus and believing in a man 2,000 years ago, and believing in a God outside of themselves, and believing in a power outside of themselves, they're just as deceived, because they doesn't matter in the eyes of the politicians, because they already have them. That is why the church is given certain privilege by politicians all around the world. Think, my brothers and my sisters, why is it that the church system is given certain opportunities all around the world? So there's so many young people who are ignorant of what is taking place and who get caught up in false identity, who got caught up in race and believe racism is real when it's all illusion. And they know it. They know everything that you behold without. It's all an illusion. That it's all imaginary. They know that God is your own human imagination. And that's why even the politicians, they will tell you, God bless America. God bless you. They're always using God as a pass because they know that you believe in a God outside of yourself. So my brother and my sisters, do not miss the symbology in all of what is happening concerning George Floyd death. Everyone is capitalizing. Even the looters are capitalizing because they see it as an opportunity to break in and steal, because that's the kind of mentality they have. That's the kind of world they're living in. And those who are saying Black Lives Matter, that's the kind of world they're living in. That's how they see life. Because all life matters. And we are all one. We all use one power, one creative power. We all need air. We all need to breathe. And we see because George Floyd couldn't breathe. He's no longer here with us. And many people miss the vision and what is taking place. But the politicians are smiling. And this is the right platform for campaigning. All the mayors, you want change? Go to the polls. The preachers, you want change? Go to the polls. And some of the politicians are saying, you need to go to Reverend such and such to pray for you, like the mayor from Atlanta. To be honest with you, I can't stand her. I hate to hear her speak. Because when she speaks, she reminds me of a typical horse slave. So, my brother, my sisters, don't get caught up in the race game. Don't let no one control your mind. Don't let no one influence you. Never look up to anyone. Neither look down on anyone. If you've been listening to me and you still say that it is my constitutional rights to vote, and you still want to get caught up in politics, then you do not understand the message of self-realization. I'm telling you that. But when you understand the message of self-realization and you realize the systems that have been used all around the world, which is the educational system, the political system, and the religious system, if you're gonna speak against the religious system but support the political system, you're just as brainwashed. You have to stand believing that you are the Lord and Master of your own destiny and that you can create your reality consciously. Because your thoughts, they're vibrational frequency. And everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. Therefore, you have to look inwardly. For the kingdom of God is within you. And once you discover the kingdom of God is within you, all these things will be added unto you. All these things that the preachers are promising you will be added unto you. They're promising you heaven, you live your heaven right here. There's no heaven any other place. Because everything is within you. All things exist in the human imagination. And then the politician promising you better jobs, they're promising you everything they're promising you is materialistic, it's temporal. But when you would have found that which is eternal, when you would have found the infinite, no one can give that to you. That is you finding yourself. That is you realizing that your real identity is your divinity, and you take control of your mentality. Then you realize that you're royalty, and you take possession of your land. In Canaan, your Canaan land is your possession. You born here with a talent, you born with a gift. You have to find your purpose, fulfill your purpose, and bring value to humanity. Most of the people who are out there are so involved. What are the value they are bringing to humanity? So all of these things are taking place. Whether is it police brutality, all these things can be a distraction to shift you away from your purpose and your calling. If you get too caught up in attachment, because attachment is the root of all suffering, and so much people have become so attached that they're living so much in the humanistic realm. They're living in the realm of the five senses, at the level of the animals. And that's why they've been cheating like animals. For example, the policemen that are out there, most of these policemen, they are poor because they were taught to go to school, get good grades and look for a job. And when it didn't work out the way, they had to survive some way. So they get caught up in the rat race and they take a job that they don't even love. Some of them are out there, they don't love being out there, especially some of them who are melanated, they're black, and they know what they have done is wrong. But they're gonna say, you know what? It's just a part of my job and I have to do my job. The soldiers are the same also. as I would have said before, the word police have the word lie in it. The word soldier have the word lie too. Soldier, soul dyer. You sell a soul to die. You sell a soul as a sacrifice. Why? Because the system teaches you that you have to get good grades in school to get a good job. They tell you that they're gonna provide a good career for you. That's what the politicians do. And then the preachers tell you the Lord will make a way for you, and they point you to believe in a Lord, a God, outside of yourself, when the Lord is your I amness. So my brothers and my sisters, if you're listening to me right now, it's a blessing for you to be on this path. It's a blessing for you to be listening to my voice right now. It means that you're waking up from the dream of life, and one of these days you're going to be fully awake. And you will realize that this life, it's all a dream. And nothing that you see around you is real. The only thing that is real is the very life in you that is real. Everything else is imaginary. It's all an illusion. So my brothers and my sisters, I'm so glad that you're waking up. I'm so glad that you are not one of those who are out there giving away your energy, because you realize the importance of thoughts and emotion, and you're keeping your emotion in check. If you look at those politicians and you see them on the news and they're speaking, you see how they're in control of themselves. You see how they articulate things. You listen to the preachers, you listen to the Jakes, you see how he's cool and calm and collective. They're going to tell you they're seeking for justice, you know. They're going to tell us we're injustice, but you see how they're cool and calm and collective. They're not wasting their energy. All they're doing is making sure they secure their position, the high place that they sit, because they know that people are looking up to them. That's why I'm encouraging you, do not look up to anyone, neither look down on anyone. Don't even look up to me. That is why I'm not pointing you to look up to me. I'm not pointing you to believe in me. I'm pointing you to believe in yourself. So I'm saying, look inwardly. Look inwardly. Because the people who look up to preachers, when the preachers do something that they do not agree with, they'll stop following that preacher and they'll join another church. Like if they were, for example, in the time of Jimmy Swaggart, so many stop go to church because Jimmy Swaggart do something that they wasn't agree with. So many of them look up to T.D. Jakes. If T.D. Jakes do something that they don't agree with and it comes out publicly, something like Eddie Long, what Eddie Long would have done, come up publicly, they'll stop. You see? So these are misdirected people. That's why we have to use this opportunity of coronavirus and George Floyd death to see how much Christianity has been exposed, and how much religion has been exposed, and how much the educational system, all these systems that have been put in place to keep people have been exposed. I can see it so clearly. And me sitting here bringing this message to you is to really point you to really see it clearly. Everyone making use of the opportunity. They're seeing an opportunity while the people are seeing injustice, and they're seeing themselves as being as victims. They're seeing hurt. They're seeing everything that is negative, because why? They're using up all the negative emotions. And they're those of us who realize that we're spirit, having a human experience. And at the end of the day, everything that is happening is not going to solve what is happening, the problem. It's not going to solve it, because there's no one to change but self. You can't change the system. The system will always be here, but you can change you. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much. I really enjoy this message and bring this message to you, because I can see so clearly how people have been brainwashed and controlled and they just do not know. I can see so clearly how these celebrities want to save their business. I can see so clearly how the preachers want to make sure save their business. I can see so clearly that the politicians want to make sure they secure their business, secure their seat, their high position, and let the fools go there and make a fool of themselves. And you set the bad dogs on them, the policemen, because they too, they aren't even different, you understand, to those who are acting in those ways. So basically, the police, the police and the so-called criminals are actually at the same level of consciousness, Don't get checked, Brainwash is brainwash. Even the prison officers, is still on the same level, That's why there's so much of corrupt policemen and corrupt prison officers, That is why one of the most feared people will always be the mystic, the prophet, and they make sure put the symbol of the eye of the mystic, because he could mess up the program. They put the eye of the mystic and the US dollar, and people who want to deceive you, telling you is some all-seeing eye of Lucifer. That's not true. It's the all-seeing eye of God in you. And that's why, my brother and my sisters, I always give you the symbol of the single eye. But before I give you this symbol, I want to say, if you listen to me for the very first time, what I'm saying to you, it's helping you, it's resonating with you, then it is for you. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraged to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. But let me say this, that this message I bring to you, that is the single eye, yes. It is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And that's why I'm saying to you, that whenever you realize the true meaning of this single eye, you will come to realize that you are God in flesh. And as I always say to you, had it been that the single eye had been opened within me, and I ascend up on high like a fiery being, and rolled the stone away, and came out through my skull, and became invisible, and understand the virgin birth, I wouldn't have been here bringing this message to you, saying to you that when you have this experience, you will come to realize why I always give you this symbol, and my hand above my crown chakra, saying to you that when you have this experience, you come to realize it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun there is no life, and there is no light. And without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told that the Lord of God is a sun, as in the S-U-N, and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And in Malachi 4:2, you're told also that the sun, as in the S-U-N of righteousness, shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And the sun is what powers all of humanity. Therefore, I always say to you, the greatest lie that have been ever told to humanity is the virgin birth and Jesus, with Jesus and Mary story. That's why I'm saying to you to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is actually the sexual power, to achieve your every desire. So let me say, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.